Meanwhile, Minister Louis Farrakhan spoke in Washington today in advance of this weekend's Millions More March. Let's take a look at his comments.
When America wanted the Spanish out of the Western Hemisphere, according to their belief in the Monroe Doctrine, Americans deliberately bombed a ship in the harbor of Havana, killing Americans to start a war with Spain. See, so when you have people who politically feel they get an advantage by killing people and blaming it on somebody else, then it makes us wonder what really happened to the Twin Towers. The day before, on September the 11th, the country was divided. There was great animosity between Republicans and Democrats. And when President Bush went to receive the oath of office, there were people lined up saying, not hail to the chief, but hail to the thief. But on the day after that happened, the beneficiary was George W. Bush.
Joining us now, chairman of the new Black Panther Party, Malik Shabazz. Malik, why you're friends with Farrakhan? Why won't he come on one-on-one with Sean Hannity? I challenge him to come on this program and defend this nonsense, huh?
Because Sean Hannity is disrespectful. Sean Hannity has a racist overtone.
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
Sean Hannity is disrespectful, and the honorable Louis Farrakhan should not dignify Sean Hannity with his divine
Is that right? So in other words, doesn't have the courage that Khalid Muhammad had when we debated, and I won that debate. But anyway, let's move on. You have said you believe the Jews blew up the towers, correct?
No, I have never said that. That is a lie.
I have a tape on the radio. You suggest
You'll end up in court. You're going to end up in court.
Well, let me ask you, did you not say that? Did you not suggest that Jewish people were involved?
I never said that.
I'm sorry, had knowledge of?
I never said that.
Never?
Never.
I got the tape that I played for you on my radio show that you suggest in a conspiracy theory.
If you have some evidence, come with it, or I'll see you in court, buddy.
You're saying before you believe Jewish people had anything to do with 9/11?
No, sir. I never said that.
You suggested such a thing.
No, sir. You're lying once again. Don't be so devilish.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bring you back on the program. I played the tape for you last time you were on my radio show. And
Sean Hannity.
All right.
Don't be so devilish now.
Am I a devil?
Yes.
All right. You say no. We'll take you at your word. We'll bring you back and play the tape that I played on the radio show. Here's what I want to ask you. Do you believe the government blew up the Trade Center? Do you believe the government blew up the levees in New Orleans?
I have to be honest. I don't know what happened with that. I do know this, that Minister Farrakhan is advocating strongly at this Millions More movement this Saturday for the victims of Katrina. And his argument about the levees in New Orleans is part of his and the Millions More movement, strong advocacy for the victims of Katrina.
Hey, Malik,
we must have a federal investigation and a United Nations investigation into what happened in New Orleans.
Hey, Malik, forget about Hannity interviewing Farrakhan. I understand the minister won't come on with me because I sit next to Hannity every night. We were talking about that earlier today.
Is that true?
Well,
guilt by association.
I've got guilt by association here.
Let's talk about this.
All right, let me ask you about. Earlier today, Louis Farrakhan was on with David Asman hosting The Big Story, and he talked about being taken into a spaceship where he met Elijah Muhammad a few years ago, who told him, this is during the Reagan administration in 1985, about an oncoming possible war we would declare on Libya. Is that?
He received.
Go ahead.
I don't see why we should make fun of a man's religious
I'm not making fun. I'm asking you a
and
question about it.
If he had a religious experience, it's no different than Christians believing that Jesus was taken up on the mount or Prophet Muhammad made a night journey. He's entitled to a divine religious experience. But what he's saying is that conspiracies have been hatched to destroy our people, as they were against the Indians and the other native
but was he taken? You believe he was taken on a spaceship where he actually had a conversation with Elijah Muhammad?
He never said that. He said he was taken up in a spiritual vision. I'm sure he'll go more into that at the Millions More movement in Washington.
All right, what do you hope to accomplish in D.C. this weekend?
We have the largest, most powerful group of diverse black organizations and others ever assembled. NAACP, Reverend Al Sharpton. We have the Black Nationalists, Dr. Karinga, Dr. Warrill. We have Julie.
What's the goal? What do you want to do?
The goal is we're building a movement, the most powerful movement for reparations and to advocate for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. This is the most powerful movement in America.
Well, that's
right
what they said
now,
10 years ago when there was the first Million Man March. What came out of that is tangible about that you can build on with this one?
Well, many black men took up adoptions. There was a reduction in crime in the community and an increase in membership in organizations. But now we must go further. We have our women, our sisters, our queens with us. We're building a movement, an organization of organizations that will change. It will advocate for the right of return for victims in New Orleans, that will call our people out of the military,
right,
that
Malik,
will advocate to stop the killing in our community. This is a powerful movement.
Malik, here's the deal.
Movement.
I'm inviting you back on the program next week. I don't want to take anything out of context. We'll play the exact tape I had, and then we'll also play tape from this weekend's march, and then you can respond to that. Fair deal?
And I'll choose whether or not I decide to come back.
Oh, come on. All right, we'll see. Anyway,
like that?
That's funny. All right.